where we left Congo, Sahel line. And for that we continent.
This kind of love me I never see. Oh no 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 no. You dey make I dey craze every day. Every day I dey fall for you. Never never never. I say me no go love another. I go always be there for you. Hey my love. Say never never never. Me no go love another. I go always be there for you. Oh, darling. And darling, you took my breath away. And darling, you showed me love again. My sweetie, you took my heart away. Anything for you, oh, just for you. Anything for you.
Just for you. Anything, man, just for you. Just for you. Anything, man, just for you.
Let me try, let me shoot my shot, let me kill that. We ain't doing the dating thing, you can kill that. Can make it hot where I chill at. I paid for your love, just show me where to feel at. Fuck who don't like you. Fight for her, I will fight you. Woman, you're fine, you ain't never gotta worry. Look ahead, everything in the past I done buried. I don't know how to do it slow, but we gotta pace it. Your heart against mine, baby girl, let's race it. Give me her leg and dark. Watch me, learn me, listen me. This is me when God is kissing me. Now the rest history. Loved you, let's do this. I knew this would happen. I'm in the stew, can't talk, but let's get the Sabbath. I miss you.
Then say you go play me while you, but you not real lover. Then say you go always to make her cry, but you will never never. So much love you show to me. Hey, baby, I will pray for you. Go right with you to the ends of the world. Oh my darling, make a ride with you.
Just for you. Anything, man, just for you. Just for you.
Let me carry
Anything,
your
man,
load.
just for you.
I could go with you anywhere you want for go. Baby, call for me. I go ride with you. Oh my baby, let me ride for you. Oh my darling, let me ride with you. Push and shove for this African bobo. I go beat a mass if you can't wait.
I go push and shove for this African bobo. I go beat a mass if you can't wait.
Ludmo, the golden fingers.
The dreams come slow and they go so fast. See how when you close your eyes, maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely die. Oh, oh. Cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go. Oh.
You look down on me, but look at me now. You look down on me, but look at me now. The stone the builder rejected become the cornerstone. You look down on me, but look at me now. Just like Joseph the dreamer, you gotta see all the vision. We'll never be a loser, so never say never. Love in a ball like you said, so that you will be a winner. You'll never be a loser, eh. My destiny was programmed from above.
Na tankoliko, tankoliko, all and destiny killer them. Na tankoliko, tankoliko, all and destiny killer them.
Never in despise what God has blessed, cause I will always be a victor. No, 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 no. You will never bring me down. Take a safu, yeah. Life no want worry, yeah. Take 'em easy, easy, I want it. So never look down on me. You look down on me, but look at me now. You look down on me, but look at me now. The stone the builder rejected become the cornerstone. You look down on me, but look at me now. You look down on me, but look at me now. You look down on me, but look at me now. The stone the builder rejected become the cornerstone. You look down on me, but look at me now. Just like Joseph the dreamer, you gotta see all the vision. We'll never be a loser, so never say never. Love your neighbor like you said, so that you go be a winner. You'll never be a loser, eh. My destiny was programmed from above.
Na tankoliko, tankoliko. All and destiny killer them. Na tankoliko, tankoliko. All and destiny killer them.
Never eat despise what God has blessed, cause I will always be a victor. No, 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 no. You will never bring me down. Take a safu, yeah. Life no want worry, yeah. Take me easy, easy, I want it. So never look down on me. You look down on me, but look at me now. You look down on me, but look at me now. The stone the builder rejected become the cornerstone. You look down on me, but look at me now.
Yeah. Ah, yeah. Yeah, follow me, they go, make you they see something. It's not that I'm tipsy or it's in my gin. Before you to go, I tell you one last thing. I'll make you a queen if I can be your king.
I thought I would never love again. I thought I was done with men, but when I'm with you, I don't want this to end, this to end, this to end. We are two of a kind. Never let me go. And when I wake, you must be you. I see, I see.
I want you to know that I don't want you to go. I want you to know that I don't want you to go. I know to pretend, girl, you already know. You already know, you already know. I want you to know that I don't want you to go. So don't you pretend, girl, you already know. You are the reason for each and every love song. Aye, listen. This na me heart, na me young for take. Waiting on you relax, na me young go shake. Though I walk through the valley and shadow of chicks, this na the girl that I can't forsake. Cause back then when I know one go, I know one got it well, one grain fine close, na me kanda. Any side where I turn for help, now you want. You deserve all things, so we go, so we can. But
we are two of a kind. Never let me go. And when I wake, you must be you. I see, I see.
I want you to know that I don't want you to go. I want you to know that I don't want you to go. I know to pretend, girl, you already know. You already know, you already know. I want you to know that I don't want you to go. So don't you pretend, girl, you already know. You are the reason for each and every love song. I want you to know that I don't want you to go. I want you to know that I don't want you to go. I know to pretend, girl, you already know. You already know, you already know.
If you're having credit problems, I feel bad for you, son. 1,000 problems, but I can't rank one. Wills for sure got me back in the car. Leasing with my credit, I was like, man, forget it. Who would've thought I'd be accepted and more? But now I got the keys, I feel so pleased. All types of cars, Fiats, Minis, Renaults, you know, boom, boom, let's go. Wills for sure, car leasing for every credit score.
So Nikki, you're a winner.
Yeah, I've won 3 times now.
Wow, is that all through Lifestyle Bids, right?
That's right. So first I won the Music Awards, which was in London. Then I won the boxing match, which was in Cardiff. All they had to do was bid 83 pence for that. And then the music festival, which was in California.
And the private jet?
Yeah, me and 3 mates won that too.
So I think it's definitely safe to say that Lifestyle Bids works for you.
Oh yeah, lifestyle bids definitely works for me.
So don't just dream it, bid it. Go to lifestylebids.com and let the adventure begin.
Right, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, good evening, people. Kushe Kabo fumble them. It's Monday, the 9th of March, 2020. Yes, 2020. And it's your boy, The Moses. Right now, as you all know, The Moses precedes DJ Little. There's a very good reason for that, but as time they go on, they find out why. I go notice I keep using the word The Moses more than DJ Little. As I said, you will find out in days to come, in weeks to come, in months to come. Good evening and welcome to Salone Talk on Diaspora Voices. I want to say it's a very, very, very miserable afternoon stroke evening in London, UK. And I don't understand why. If it's raining all over everywhere else in the world or in the UK, let me know if you've just joined us, because I don't understand. It started off so well this morning. I was lightly dressed, and then by the time it says 4:15, the rain started pouring, and I was in the office and I could see the rain just coming, like as if say, you know what I mean, they come for anyhow. I'll let you know why the rain was coming like this. I'll let you guys know. But again, as I said to you guys, welcome to Salone Talk on Diaspora Voices. And my name is The Moses, followed by DJ Little. And tonight I've got a very special guest with me, and we'll get to meet him very, very shortly. And you can see when I bring people that are a lot more handsome than me in the studio, because that's the reason for that, because I have an habit of actually rubbing off their handsomeness and applying it to me. So by the time when they left the studio tonight, people are gonna go, "Oh, Little, you fine, oh." That's because I've nicked some of his handsomeness, either in brains, in wisdom, in charisma, in knowledge, and also in physical beauty as well. So that's what I do. That's why I said I nick their handsomeness. If it's a lady, I say I nick their beauty. And when I say beauty, I say holistically. Okay, so now welcome, and thank you for being patient. Yes, we are slightly later than the usual 8:30 start. That's because, technical issues. And, listen, when you run a small studio, you have to be prepared for backups and contingency. We need to talk about the generator. We don't begin in Nakna Salon. Not to the one that we're talking about. We cannot sustain the contingency, like when, for example, if you have like your BBC or your Sky, when the lights go off like that, one generator, they come on straight to it. We have to manually start from basic. So we've spent the last half an hour to 40 minutes putting things back into place, because when we walked in here earlier on today, there was a power cut. That's right, not in the studio, in the premise, the whole building where we are, there was no lights. And fortunately, by the time we arrived, the lights are here. So that means there was a downtime in the studio, the network. So everything being get for start from scratch. You understand? And obviously, as you know, local knowledge means time consuming. So we get for doing. But we give thanks to God. We're here and we're starting. So before I get into the nitty gritty, I'd like to introduce to you my very knowledgeable, handsome guest today. As I said to you earlier, is a very fine gentleman, quietly spoken, and with a wealth of knowledge, obviously, but has a lot to give back to the community, and have a lot to give back to the diasporan family, of course. So if you're joining us from Wuhan City to Peckham High Street, so make sure, don't wear mask. It doesn't make a difference to you. Don't wear mask. He's not wearing mask. I'm not wearing mask. Don't worry about wearing the mask. The mask is for those who are having close contact. I keep telling you, that's my professional advice I'm giving him. He's here today with me. He's a MSc holder and still learning, still seeking more knowledge. And but he's here to talk to us about business, and not only business, the psychology of business. Please, let's say good evening, welcome, Kushe Kabo, to Mr. Geoge Macauley Esquire.
Hello.
We're not supposed to shake hand in public, you know.
Yes, I know, yes.
Where's the sanitizer?
Well, then go excuse
That's
me.
it. So we shake hand, boy. You see, I've sanitized my hands. Before they said, leave tonight, you don't start the bag. Or we can do this one. Let's do the elbow. There you go.
Yeah.
That's the one shake hand.
Yes.
Welcome to Diaspora Voices.
Thank you.
So
Thank you.
it's a pleasure to meet you. And we've met behind the scene. We've spoken quite a lot of the time.
Yeah.
But you're finally here.
Yeah.
And we were supposed to be doing this yesterday.
Yes, but you know, as
nature,
faith would have it.
Yeah, faith would have it.
Today.
We're here
We're
today.
happy
We
to
give
be
thanks
here.
for that.
Yes.
You understand? But I hope you haven't struggled to make it to the studio today.
No, it was fine getting here.
You got here fine. And then what about the weather?
Oh gosh, yes, very wet.
Very wet.
Just,
it was a bit shambolic, isn't it?
Yes.
But like, I don't know. Do you like engage with TV in the morning?
No. Sometimes I do.
Yeah.
But,
was there anything that it was going to rain today?
No.
No.
Well,
So
we're in
the weatherman and the weatherwoman needs to be sacked.
We're in the UK. We're in the UK. So
I think that just says this all.
Yes,
We're in the UK.
We're in the UK.
See, that brings me to what I was going to say to you guys earlier. The reason, just like my brother George said, and the reason why the rain decided to pour, as you notice, there's been increase in cases of coronavirus cases in the UK. So God be need for send the rain for kawas all the corona. So God is actually, God is so sympathetic to this country. When I can talk, say this country is blessed. Like this country, like literally, now them born SALONE. We are naturally, by nature, we're blessed. But by people, oh my goodness, can't say lucky. You understand? We are lucky. So when they say SALONE are lucky, we are lucky like mama who born we win in England. You understand? If you meet your mama born in a Poyoba, what you end up do? Now you buy the Poyoba. So
you end up claiming the
Poyotic. Because when your mama born in a Poyoba, what you they can do? You they own the Poyoba, you they claim the Poyotic first when you small, as you say.
Yes.
Then later on you they buy the Poyoba. Yes. So now you have the relationship between England and SALONE. So naturally we're blessed, but you know what I mean. But there's been an increase in. Just to give you guys an update, I'm not going to wear my clinical hat here. All I'm going to say to you, to Miscellanean people, them, especially those who are in the diaspora, where are all the affected areas, just stick to the advice from your national health services, whether you're in the UK or your health protection agency, wherever you are, whether you're in Italy, in all the affected areas, in China. If you're selling and you find yourself, stick to the advice which is given to you. Don't try. Stop buying into the ism, schism, and the spiracies and the conspiracies. Don't. Stick to the professionals. Listen to their advice. Don't let, I'm going to share this with George. Last week, Friday, just got off the bus and then I walked into East Street Market.
Right.
There's a brother that owns a shop there where you'll have a few Selenium people congregate.
Yeah.
And my brother, so I went there, I thought, okay, because my sardine and my cupboard be all empty. I'm OCD with my sardine because sometimes I like to do my own concoction.
Okay.
Sardine, what they call it, yabas, pepper, and make my own little thing and put it on top of simple. You understand?
Soup, I think.
Yes, it's absolutely perfection to
Yes.
tea. It's better than any soup, any plastas for me
Yes.
because I make it anyway. So I arrived there and then I did buy. So the conversation was on about this coronavirus and everything.
Yeah.
And I had the biggest BS, a whole lot of BS from one of these guys that talking about how they miss them, you understand, when them in go give Ebola, blah 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 blah. Then let themselves get now for wipe out they want for wipe out their young population, you understand. They try for wipe out with population by Ebola, they're not being successful. Now then they try for wipe out their population. I to map now they look these brothers them, I'm thinking you're gonna die quick. Because if anything, literally, I just said I said to myself, I said you're gonna die quick. So I think he kind of heard me muttering. Now I said, little what you say. Now I said you go die just now. I said really? He said what you do? I said because if you have that kind of mentality and you see this kind of thing coming, people like you will be the very first people that will die because of ignorance and deliberate stupidity.
Of course, yeah, you just got to follow the precautions.
Do you think this is a common mindset that we face day to day as Selenians? On average, I'm not saying all salonians.
You know, bad news spread, and people like those, saying things
those
like
are dangerous.
They're dangerous because it will just spread around, and instead of people taking real precautions, they would be thinking this is a conspiracy.
Yeah, imagine that guy has got an influence on so many family members, and because they are vocally strong, and then they say, how many people are there now with man sickness? You know, they catch black man. That's what the guy literally said.
You know, I always say to people, the body is science. If you follow the science, you keep yourself safe.
Yeah.
You follow the advice because most of the advice is scientific.
Yeah.
Right? And if you follow it, you're safe. I mean, not 100%.
Yeah.
Nothing is 100%.
Nothing is 100%.
But if you follow the advice, chances are you're going to be safe.
Indeed.
Yeah.
You just do what you've got to do to stay safe. But what we're trying to say here is people need to be very mindful of what they say.
Yeah.
Especially when they're in a public environment, in a public space. And because there could be somebody who's passing by who's not strong in knowledge and thinking, this guy not really talks to me.
I got a perfect example for you. So I did a salon recently, right? So right in front of me, Mama in the mud.
Yeah.
Some guy that beats a woman.
Yeah.
So
oh my goodness.
Kind of
domestic violence.
Push the lady to the ground.
Oh wow.
And he was stamping on the lady.
Stop it.
I was in my mom's house and saw this, and I rushed out and pushed the guy and pulled the lady up.
Yeah.
And someone was passing that knew me.
Yeah.
And before I remembered, I got a text on my phone.
Yeah.
In fact, I didn't even tell the person I was in Sierra Leone. They saw me by accident because of the incident. And I just saw a text on my phone. People are saying, I saw you were beating a woman. And everybody was saying, oh, how can JC come to Sierra Leone and embarrass himself like that's coming to fight for a woman?
Oh my goodness.
And I was, oh my gosh.
Oh my God.
And you know, I was on the phone with someone in the UK while this was happening. And when I saw the text, I called the person back. Did you know what happened?
Yeah.
Somebody just texted me that I was beating a woman.
Oh my goodness. the rubbish news.
So you see, something like that.
The scandal.
And she said, the person said to me, everybody on the road, because obviously my mom lived in a market area, everybody on the road was saying I was beating a woman, I was embarrassing myself.
JC can beat woman.
I know.
Could you imagine? And all that because somebody had thrown the rubbish news.
Yes. So somebody must have thrown a simple comment.
Yeah.
And it's a news. I got a text on my phone. So exactly like you're saying, that person, you know, they might just be spreading. And that's just a distraction as well.
Absolutely.
So what people should actually be focused on doing.
Exactly. Yeah. And that is a massive distraction. It's rightly so. So I just wanted to throw that in there in light of the coronavirus that's going on. And we have to be very careful for those of us that find ourselves in public space and what we say and how we say, how we communicate the message. My advice to you, irrespective of where you find yourself, and I have to say the National Health Service in Sierra Leone is doing a fantastic job. It's not because I work in there, it's because I know as well in terms of the awareness that they've been raised in the media, locally, nationally, and NHS is, please, for my brothers and sisters, take note of your advice. Forget about any conspiracy. It's real. Do the right thing. Maintain a good hand hygiene technique. Maintain either you wash your hands. If you have access to hand sanitizers, use them. You understand? Because you just need to keep yourself safe. Don't come out or listen to anybody telling you that this is not a black man a virus. This now it's man virus. Really? Okay.
Yeah, but also what I would like to add to that as well. Don't give an advice of something you don't know about.
Thank you.
So, and to you who is looking for advice as well, there's so much on the internet to read about coronavirus from, reliable sources.
Yeah.
And rather than taking false or fake advices from people.
Yeah.
You just read it yourself and get the right information.
Yeah. I'll just end it up onto this because Sierra Leone has got a very, very strong workforce in terms of the National Health Service in all various aspects, i.e. from clinical to non-clinical, where we have a very strong workforce of clinicians and non-clinicians. For those of us who are working within the clinical environment, and whether you're a healthcare assistant to a consultant, if you feel that you are at risk or you may have been in contact of a patient who is either suspected or confirmed of coronavirus, what you need to do is don't panic. Don't panic. Just speak to your local infection control team, irrespective of wherever you work, or you speak to your what do you call it? I'm trying to find the department where we work for. I've lost it now. Don't worry about it. I've lost it basically. But if you work within the NHS and you're a healthcare assistant moving up to the highest level as a consultant, and you feel that you've put yourself at risk of being in contact with a patient, or either direct contact or indirect contact of a patient who is suspected or confirmed with coronavirus, just get in touch with your managers, your matrons, your local infection control, or the word will come to me. I've totally lost it, and I don't know why I've lost it, because anyway, we'll come back to that. Just get in touch, and then you would take advice from those professionals, and then they will support you. But there's no need to panic. There's no need to run away, say I'm going to go hide at home and I'm not going to go back to work. You're not going to help anything. You're not going to help anything. So please, I hope you can. The word has come to me. Occupational health department. So get in touch with your occupational health department. They will be able to support you and advise you. Okay. So that's the best advice I can give to you. So we're back to George here. As I said, I've got you in the studio. Many people will probably be seeing you for the first time.
Okay.
I just want you to tell people about yourself a little bit. Geoge Macauley. Who's Geoge Macauley? If you were to summarize yourself in a sentence or two.
Okay, so I am a Sierra Leonean, and I was raised in Sierra Leone.
Okay.
I went through the struggles in Sierra Leone, so that is the economic hardship and the war.
Okay. I have a lot of respect for people that have been through, survivors of the war, equally above.
Yes.
Though I higher respect for those who shared their lost lives because.
And I am very sad that we don't commemorate the war as much, because the war changed our lives.
Yeah.
Right. It shaped the direction of Sierra Leone
today.
And therefore, if we commemorate the World War, we should commemorate the rebel war in Sierra Leone, because we lost good people. You know, we lost great people. We lost future leaders. So that's one aspect.
That's an interesting take that you decided to throw in at such an early part. But that's something that we can look at. There is an organization out there that's trying to incorporate that recently, and I've had a few people in the past. I've been fortunate to host the legendary Soyo Samura last year, who came to the studio and discussed that. I've also spoken to somebody like Faith, who's the CEO and founder of Melkosh Mission. She's expressed interest keenly in that, and she's got something that actively takes part in Sierra Leone. And also there's an organization called Females in Sierra Leone, FISUL, who are going to have an event this weekend, and also they are looking to light a candle, so to speak, this Saturday for victims of the war in some sort of recognition and commemoration of that. So, but you're right, as you say, this should be done nationally.
As a nation, yes. Yeah. So, as we commemorate in November, you know, remembering the
First World War,
Remembrance Day, we should either set aside, you know, a day or incorporate our war where we lost so many loved ones, so many people who,
Indeed. I agree.
you know, it's very sad that we've forgotten about it, kind of. You know, we talk about it so lightly, as if it's one of those things.
It's not water on duck's back, isn't it?
No,
it's a heavy load.
It took over 10 years.
Yeah, it does.
You know?
It did.
So so that's one aspect of my life. So like everybody else, you know, or most people, I went through the war in Sierra Leone, and I'm now here in the UK. So I've been fortunate to get some education here in the UK. So I did counseling and therapies in my undergraduate, and then I did occupational and business psychology at master's level. I'm still hungry to study, but I'm not too sure. I'm thinking about it. I was a business owner as well. I had a restaurant. Which,
in the UK.
In the UK here in North London.
Okay.
So I've got experience in that. I've got a very wide experience.
You care to share the name?
In catering. It was called African Torch.
Okay.
Yeah. So
where about in North London?
Tottenham. It's just down. It was just down the one-way system at Tottenham.
Okay. What period?
So that was between 2009 and 2013.
Okay, so that was a very challenging time, I would assume, because when the Afro-Caribbean restaurant was just beginning to develop.
And the credit crunch as well.
And then the credit crunch as well.
Yes, so that was even the toughest time.
Were you a chef or you just owned the business?
Well, so I was fortunate to be married to a chef.
Okay.
So she had a lifelong dream of having her own restaurant.
And you helped fulfill?
Yes, I helped her fulfill that dream. But I was interested in catering as well.
Okay.
So we met in the catering field. And
you sabi cook?
Reasonably well. Yeah, yes, I can run a kitchen.
You can run a kitchen.
Yes,
I like that. That's a man that can cook. The language he just used. If you can't cook, you cannot use that particular statement. The man said he can run a kitchen. He didn't say he can cook. When a man say to you, "I can run a kitchen," and that is a statement of somebody that knows their whereabouts within the kitchen. Well done.
Yes. So my passion is to help people achieve their goals.
Okay.
So I do a bit of that, but I also work in the mental health sector as well.
Okay.
So yeah.
Do you know what? If my can you get me a piece of paper, because I think I've lost track of the number of jobs that this man has done. Like literally within the last 2 minutes, he's mentioned about 6 or 7 really high profile jobs that he's done. And then what time do you go to bed?
I think the best thing is to enjoy what you do.
That is interesting, and wow. And some of us are actually juggling just 2 or 3 little careers, and then we think we're successful. Here comes the monster. Thanks, Mr. Producer.
I'm a father as well. I'm a single parent.
You're a single parent as well. Yeah. Oh my goodness! Wow.
So
father of how many?
So I've got a home. I've got 3 children at home.
Wow.
Well, 2 are. One is an adult now, 22.
Helping you out, yeah.
19 at university.
Fantastic.
And then I've got my 8 years old at home as well.
You haven't done too badly, boy.
Yes. So, yeah.
So, and do you enjoy being a family man aside from the work?
I love it.
Yeah.
It's the best. So
what drives you? What drives you in terms of the family? What drives you?
I think children are the future.
Okay.
So the best thing we should do is to put as much in them, but also allow them to live their lives and allow them to be confident people who can see the future. So I tell my children one thing. I tell them, you don't do anything for me, you do for yourself.
That's an interesting take. I hope we're having parents that are watching the program now, moms and dads out there. And I always admire, I do have respect for single mothers, but I admire single fathers.
Yes, it's a tough one.
Do you know why? Do you know why I say that?
Why?
It's not, I'm trying to be sort of like what do you call it, a fatherist, or what would you call it? You understand? If that's a word. But I'm just trying to think. I think the psychological balance is slightly different. You think one is to assume that a single mother is almost acceptable, but being a single father is obviously, we're now in the West, and we're seeing a lot of these things manifesting themselves. But like being a single father, people will give you a more of, oh, you're doing so well. Whilst if you're a single mother, it's like, well, you're expected to be coping. What do you think?
We're not cut out for that.
Okay.
Men, we're not cut out for that.
Right.
So I have grown to respect women far more than I did.
Okay.
After I became a single dad. Because I can see what women go through on a day-to-day basis.
So all the emotional roller coasters.
Yeah. The biggest one for me was to worry about childcare.
Right.
Normally that's not in the guy's domain. No. But for in my case, it was. I remember sometimes my friends would call me, "Oh, we're doing this," and I'm thinking, "Oh my gosh, I don't have childcare."
Yeah.
And I just have to.
The same thing that you like when a woman will say to you, "Well, I don't get childcare, but I don't get babysitter," and then you think, "Okay, that's numb," and then you now have to make that lifestyle choice.
It's not numb. It's difficult because at the end of the day, you're doing it because you love your children, but also you've got a life that you want to live, and sometimes it's not possible to live your life, the way you want to live it because you've got children. So I think we've got to respect, women who do this on their own, even if they're doing it with a partner. Sometimes
I'm seeing a couple of thumbs up that are coming up, which they are appreciating you.
Sometimes it's very hard even when you've got a partner because the typical male idea is the woman's domain. You
walk away from it. You don't mind throwing the money on the table.
You don't mind throwing the money on the table,
and then you walk away.
Yeah, but I did that, and I got to understand what women go through. But also I think during this, I've been doing this for 8 years now.
Wow.
So I've gone to do things which I wanted to do, which was a challenge, but it's difficult.
And in between that 8 years, I've been that single father. You've incorporated education, and all of that. So you've and added to more of your work portfolio and embrace. And,
I've never stopped moving. I've always been moving.
So I'm going to throw in a cheeky question here now, right, George? So, do you think it will be challenging for you now for a Madam George to walk into your life because you're so comfortable now, or do you think it will be welcoming for you now to say, you know what, this is high time now, I'm ready?
I tell you what,
to introduce a Madam George.
It's a struggle.
Right.
It's a struggle. I've been there.
So that's what I mean. So
I've been there.
Yes.
And one of the challenges that people have faced with me, is the fact that I am. So when you've been a single parent, right?
You're very strong independently.
You're strategic.
Yeah.
So you create your routine.
Yes.
And you keep it going.
Right.
Because that keeps you sane.
Yeah.
But that keeps you effective as well.
Yeah.
You can do everything that you need to do.
Yeah.
So it takes a strong psychology to break that.
Okay. And
I struggled with that. I think I'm still struggling with that.
Yeah.
I am still in the mode where I'm a male and a female.
Yeah. So that means when they come, they will not be able to last long because your methodology, your strategy.
I've had that casualty. Yeah, that's casualty. I've had that.
You've suffered those casualties.
I've had that. Yeah. Currently, I'm improving on that. But
do you think because your strategies and your methodology that you've introduced, you've raised your bar so high, your standard is so high, if you feel that whoever stepped in is not meeting those criteria, you have to say, look, I'm comfortable, I've done it, I can do it. And sometimes, or they are intimidated by how comfortable you are, and they tend to just, this guy don't need me or something.
No, this guy don't need me. Yes. No, seriously, no, it's not deliberate.
Yeah,
it's not deliberate. It's just, I mean, people who have been through that, maybe if ladies that have been through that would agree with me that, after doing this, being on your own for a period of time, or after working out what works for you,
yes,
for a period of time,
yeah,
it takes consciousness to break that.
True.
Because remember, you needed to survive.
Yeah.
And you created
and you found
your
a
strategy
coping mechanism
to survive.
Yeah.
So now, if you're not careful, it's in your subconscious. So you're constantly in that mode. It's just like during the war in Sierra Leone, we had lots of bombs and guns and stuff. I remember here in the UK, what I couldn't cope with was fireworks. Oh my gosh, I had a tough time with fireworks.
Yeah,
because my whole psyche.
So October and November is not.
Oh no, it wasn't a good period.
Yeah.
My whole psyche had been programmed to hearing guns and bombs,
and which impacts negatively.
So I'm just kind of trying to compare the situation wherein you've programmed yourself, or your subconscious has been, kind of immersed into one situation.
Yeah.
So it takes a lot of consciousness to be able to reprogram yourself.
Yeah. Do you think there is enough support out there for single fathers? Like I said, you've talked about just briefly the challenges and how you've had to. Do you think there are a lot of support out there? And if there are, did you take any, or have you managed to just graft this by speaking to other single fathers or speaking to single mothers, so to speak, to gain from their knowledge?
I came across only one.
Okay.
And I offered him help.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, because he was.
So you didn't go for help, and you've offered your experience.
You know what? I consider myself a very resilient person.
Okay.
But I think it was a mistake not to take help. Okay, it was a big mistake.
In hindsight?
Yes, because certain things you go through in life changes you, like change your behavior, change the way you see things.
Yeah.
And I feel like I looked after everyone around me, but I didn't look after myself. So yes, I came through well. I achieved things which I would have liked to.
Did you socialize much? Did you have holidays?
I did everything. But sitting down with someone and talking over what you've been through in life, and that's what they call counseling.
So, yes, at the time when you did it, because there's a massive drive in mental health awareness in this country, and we thank God for that, and understanding the various forms of mental health issues, because it's not just about identifying somebody and saying they're mad. It's not just about madness, it's about mental health breakdown and mental health well-being. Did you at any point in time feel that there was you may be having some mental health issues, underlying mental health issues, because of the lack of support, which you said you felt you did not need at the time?
So basically, my situation came from a bereavement of a loved one.
Okay.
So yeah, I was bereaved in 2011.
Oh wow.
So that's when I became.
That's tough. So it wasn't from a breakup.
So it wasn't from a breakup. From a bereavement. So basically,
So you had to start.
Yeah, so I didn't take any professional help.
Right.
So the good thing was, coincidentally, just after that, I started a counseling and therapy course.
Oh wow.
So what I was learning, I was processing to help me. But that helped, but
it was even tougher.
I would always recommend people to seek professional counseling, like talk to someone, because when you talk to someone, it's
You know, it's fascinating that you've shared, and I'm so thankful that you've been so candid. You know, here we have a brother that's been so open and so candid, and I've got my sister, my big sister, Aisata Sise, who's a professional. I mean, understanding this kind of sorts of things. You know, there are a lot of people of whom we are exposed to that we know, and in the last 5 years, 6 years, so to speak, I know of people personal to myself, as well as people that I know of that have found themselves through this being a single parent via bereavement, and we don't take it as a Salonian community. I don't understand. People don't take the offer which is being put forward to them. George, just briefly, why do you think, whether you're a man or you're a woman, if you lose either or partner, why do you think we don't take it? Is this a black thing? Is it a Sardinian thing? Is it something? What is it that people don't take professional counseling that white people will embrace?
I think it's just our culture, and I think that's where, you know, we all have got to do work, basically, because in our culture, you've got to be strong.
Or you're meant to be seen to be strong.
You're meant to be seen to be strong.
Yeah.
You can't be weak. Also, counseling. What is it? It's going to talk to someone.
Yeah.
That's not in our culture, just to go to someone. You know, so we need to kind of accept that, you know, it's been tried and tested in many places in the world.
Yeah.
You know, Africa, Europe.
Yeah.
It works for people.
And it works for people.
You know what? You can come out of it,
Yeah.
right? You can come out of it. Like, you can go through difficult times and come out of it. But when you go through counseling, you've got help. But also, counselors are trained to be
their communication methods
independent.
Yeah.
So they're confidential.
Yeah.
So what you share with them
Yeah.
remains with them, except you telling them that you've killed someone
Yeah.
or you putting yourself or somebody else in danger.
Yeah.
Besides that,
Yeah.
what you discuss stays with both of you. So
Fantastic.
there's no reason why anybody should be scared of going to counseling because it's confidential and it's very helpful, you know. It's just because you're able to freely talk to someone and find your own answers. So people say about counseling, it's useless going to talk to someone.
Yeah.
But I'll tell you what, when you're talking to someone like we're talking now, because we have this space where we're not judging each other,
yes,
right? We're able to open up and we get insights to things. So if you can remember earlier when you asked me to introduce myself,
yes,
and we started talking, and from nowhere, we went to talking about the way we're not commemorating the war in Sierra Leone.
That's correct.
So basically, that's how counseling works. The counselor provides the environment for you to open up and talk about your problems, and kind of creates the environment where you are able to discover your own solution. So the counselor doesn't tell you nothing. He doesn't tell you what to do.
Yeah.
He doesn't
I've had a lot of that.
Doesn't even advise you.
I've had a lot of that.
The counselors are not allowed to advise
they prompt you.
They just prompt you. They just point you to that direction. Have you thought about this? Or what do you think about that? Or, you know, what if it was like that? You know, just that. So, yeah, I would encourage everyone to use counseling.
Right. Listen, if you've just joined us, I've got Geoge Macauley MSc, business psychologist in the studio, and you may be wondering, I'm gonna DJ Little. That's not what is on your topic. Yes, but what we're trying to do here is try to understand the man, because there is a reason behind that. Why the reason why I've taken the program down to this route is because George sitting here tonight, you and I are going to benefit a lot from George, and I'm going to tell you exactly how you're going to benefit from George in a minute, because I will tell you this now. George is going to be running his own program on Diaspora Voices. So And I know a lot of you have been fascinated about what you've just. And in order for you to understand where he's going to be come from, where his program is going to be coming from, it's important you get to meet the man, to know the man, to understand the man, and behind his topic. And what his show is going to be called "It's About Time." It's about time. We're going to talk about it shortly, and it's where one of his mantra, he says, "You walk the walk and then you talk the talk." That's what it is, and I don't know nothing about that, but he's going to explain to me because he gave me that as headlines. So he makes sure say little walk the walk, talk the talk is there. I think he tried to educate me on that, and I got a bit of it, but there's no point in me trying to do it justice. He will tell you about it. So look forward to George's show. It's called "It's About Time." That program will actually debut on the 22nd of this month. That's not this Sunday, the following Sunday. George will be here with his brand new show titled "It's About Time." So I'm going to talk to George shortly about "It's About Time." But first, let's return again to the topic where we're talking to George and I'm just getting to know you, and then we're going to talk about how one can use as a small business, starting from small business to a big business, how you can use your psychology or the business psychology to grow a small business into a big business, which is why he's here tonight. But first, if you want to join us on the program, the number to contact is 07946 141 369. That's 07946 141 369. That's the number to contact us on Diaspora Voices Studio. And we're ready to take your phone call. You do not have to ask me any question. You can relay your questions directly to George. And I call him Super Dad. You know what I mean? So he's part of the Super Dad category, which most of us pray. We don't want to get there in that manner because but if we do find ourselves being in that position as a single father or father from the outside playing the role.
Can I just add to that?
Yeah, go ahead.
Saying that, you know, I am a single dad.
Yeah.
I would also like to thank my support network as well. I've got a brilliant support network.
Fantastic.
I've got people who support me. I mean, I've got people who would, you know, come to my assistance at any time.
Oh, fantastic.
And I really appreciate those people who, you know, through the years.
I've been there. And they're still there.
They're still there.
They're still there. Listen, let me just go to some comments. We've got comment from my big sister, Alisa Contekagbo, also known as Queen Alisa. She says, talking to the professional is good because they won't judge you, just like what you said, like some of our family and friends will do.
Yeah.
So that's why it's not good to just pick up the phone and begin to call Safi, Mohammed, Fudi, and Fudia.
And there's lots of free help.
There's a lot of free help as well.
You know, even you go to your GP.
Yeah.
Your GP can direct
you. Yeah. Okay. And then also we've got Jay Mansale, a very, very big brother of mine and a respected brother, which I can quite clearly say, said, is this topic about single parent or... Jay, I love that, Jay. I love that. But Jay, if you stay with us, just like what I've said, we needed to tap into the man himself, George, and because we needed to tap into George, and because, like I said, George is going to be hosting his own program titled "It's About Time," walk the walk and talk the talk, which we'll get to know about a bit later. And there's no point in me bringing somebody here and we don't know about him, because in the next 10 to 11 days, George will be here, not without me, leading his own show, and in the future hosting his own guests. So it's important we get to know who George is on Diaspora Voices. And then my big sister Aisata Sisei said, how did he come about being a single parent? So that was a question before, and I believe you've answered that question. Aisata, once again, and George has mentioned that he became a single parent through bereavement. And my thoughts and prayers are with your lost loved one. and we're still with you. And I think you're a very, very strong candidate. You understand, for Father of the Year. I don't care.
Yeah. So I became a single parent 7 weeks after my son was born.
Oh wow.
So yeah, that's when I became.
You went through that's a life-changing moment.
At that time,
and you went to school.
I learned how to change diapers and
oh my goodness,
make baby food. And I remember when my wife passed away, I went to the job center. She passed away on a Saturday.
Right.
And I went to the job center on Monday.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know what to do. Well, I knew I couldn't work at that time.
Yeah.
So I went to the job center, and the lady that served me looked at me, and she felt so sorry for me. And she said, "Oh, you can go home and come back in 5 years. Don't worry, everything will be all right." And I looked at her. Are you serious? Me staying home for 5 years? No way. Yeah,
wow.
But 7 weeks after, my son was born. So.
And you basically did the whole thing apart from breastfeeding.
Yes, no. Well, I did the whole thing, but I have got a strong support network.
I know.
So I shouldn't take that away from my support network.
From your support network, and
they were there for me. I have friends who
fantastic. Oh my goodness.
Who I value, yeah.
Family, friends, this is what we talk about. So this is what we say.
I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
I have a lot of people who try to understand me.
Yeah.
So the great thing about the people I have around me, they don't judge me.
Yeah.
They are open to my vulnerability.
Yeah.
And I think as Sierra Leoneans, this is what we should try to adopt.
Yeah.
I remember one person phoned me.
Yeah.
Oh, I phoned you. This is not part of my support network.
Yeah.
This is somebody else.
Yeah.
Oh, I phoned you. I came to the funeral. But I'm calling you. You're not answering your phone. And they were so mad at me, like literally mad.
Yeah.
And I think, oh my God, only if they know what I am going through.
Gosh.
So in our community,
George, do you know what? Can I just stop you?
Yeah.
Can you just do me a favor?
Yeah.
Can you reiterate that message directly to the camera? Because I know where I'm going to take this to.
Yeah.
Because I want you to repeat that message directly to camera one again. Because that message, I know where I'm going to take it to.
So I remember like somebody who is not part of my network phoned me that, they came to the funeral. They've been phoning me. They were so upset, like literally mad at me. Like, and I'm thinking, gosh. They don't know what I'm going through.
Yeah.
And, during the bereavement, I answered my phone so many times that I am so fed up of my phone.
Yeah.
I mean, I could barely...
You wanted to have a disconnect. Yeah.
Listen, and I think as a community, Sierra Leoneans, I have observed that we lack that kind of understanding of support.
Yeah.
Where we would support someone without judging them.
Yeah.
We would allow people to be vulnerable.
Yeah.
Oh, that they are in the mix. Oh, 9-1 game, you have died, 9-1 game, picking what? No. We just need to accept people.
Everybody's journey is different.
But
that particular journey.
What we need to do is just accept people.
Yeah. And allow them. If somebody becomes extra slow, allow them to be extra slow.
They're extra slow for a reason.
Yeah.
They're extra slow for a reason. Yeah. I mean, we all don't process situations.
Yeah, do you know what? As Jay Macauley said, this is fascinating. Do you know what, George? We've got a comment from a few people here.
Yeah.
Gali Daud says that's very right. We all mourn with him.
Yes,
okay, that's Gali.
Man, yes.
And he's a lovely guy and a guy to still support. Alisa says, George, I salute you. I hope many will take something out of this. It's not easy losing a loved one. Fantastic. Thank you, Queen Alisa. Listen, we always with you. Alisa says, black man saw in a laugh. Why are they upset? Only God know. Well done. Listen. You will get to know more about George in the weeks to come. But now I want to tap into George and his knowledge. You understand?
Yeah.
Let's talk about business.
Okay.
You understand? Because you talked about you ran your own restaurant.
Yeah.
in North London. It's a pity you should have called me that. I can lick my finger because you look like a man that knows around your kitchen. But since you're going to be coming here one day, maybe you might do a prep dish which you bring into the studio.
Right.
And then you've run other small businesses. Did you run any business in Sierra Leone, like localized?
I was involved in business from the age of about probably 15.
Okay.
Because my dad.
You sell butter Scott na school.
Well, besides that,
Yeah.
my dad was involved in importing stuff from Nigeria to Sierra Leone. So we had shops.
Okay.
So
you got the background.
Mm-hmm.
So you came from a school of thought where the foundation was there already.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And my mom as well.
Okay.
She.
So why do you think running a business is important in one's life for those who do it?
Well, I mean, it's better to work for yourself and make all the money for yourself.
Really?
It's better to work for yourself and make all the money for yourself. Because
I want to understand that.
Think about it.
Yeah.
If I'm working for you,
yeah,
I'm making money for you.
Yes.
You're giving me a pinch of what you're making.
Okay. Yeah.
So.
But people say those people who work for themselves are well underpaid based on the hours which they put, based on the labor which they put. So, for example, the average sole trader will the average work, as we all know, is about 37.5 hours a week to 45 hours, depends whether. But the average sole trader will be working up to 60 to 70 hours a week on and not paying themselves in equation to those hours.
What I would say to that, to start anything is not easy.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, it's only few businesses that start and just go, boom.
Mm-hmm.
You know, a lot of businesses, they normally say 2 years, you give a business 2 years to get on its feet.
Mm.
So, well, I mean, that's why it's very important to do something which you're passionate about.
Mm.
So, at university, we did something about Apple.
Okay.
So, they wanted to make computers. They love making computers. They wanted to make computers which would make life easy, or which would be easy for people to use. So they were passionate about computers. So their primary focus was not making money. You see, so if your focus is making money, chances are you might not make money. But even if you make money, you might end up injuring yourself while you're making it, because that's all your focus is, making money. And what's the point making money and not having fun? So, but if you're passionate about what you do, you can make a lot more money with doing that. So if you watch most of the successful businesses, these people are...
So the drive is about passion.
The drive is about passion. I read something somewhere which says most of the businesses that are successful are businesses which provide solutions to people. So if you're providing solutions, chances are you're going to make money. Because
so that means from what you're saying to me, I should take heart. That means Diaspora Voice is in a good place.
It's in a good
which
place.
We're going to come and talk about later.
It's in a good place because it's a passion.
Yeah.
So if it's a passion, you can do it like drinking water. And so if you put in 200 hours a month, it wouldn't mean nothing to you.
True.
You know.
It's a struggle though.
You know, it's a struggle. For me, what I would say to people who say that having your own business is not worth it, you might want to talk to the Richard Bransons and the Alan Sugars and you might want to talk to them.
Yeah.
You might want to even talk to I went to Sierra Leone recently. People are actually doing well. They're making money. You've got people. I came across people who actually put the work in their business and they're really doing well. And these are not people who are stealing from anyone, or they just literally doing business and they're working hard and they're prospering. So yeah, so doing your own business is worth the while as long as it's the passion. So you said, people say you work a lot in your business.
Yeah.
Yes, most of the time for the start.
Yeah.
I was listening to a podcast from what's this guy's name? He does shirts.
Or cufflinks?
No, he does shirts. It starts with H. Forgotten. He's a popular shirt maker.
Okay. Is it a Nigerian guy?
No. He's a British.
Okay.
one. And he was saying
not H&M.
No H&M.
Okay.
They've got a shop in Wood Green here.
Okay.
But what he was saying was he wanted to make shirts, and there was a time when he couldn't even hire anyone. So it was him and his boxes of shirts and his telephone, and in those times it was mail orders, and he would take the orders on the phone, he would package it, and he will go and post them. So he will come to work in the morning, say about 7:38, and he will finish like 10 in the night. So there's nothing in life that you want to do
that's gonna come
just like
easy peasy.
You know, even roses that smells nice have got some. So yeah, I think just doing it the right way will be helpful. So what I observe with a lot of our businesses, we don't actually draw a business plan. You know, a business plan is like the roadmap of your business. The ones that, you know, do a business plan don't follow the business plan. You know,
that's interesting to say. That's definitely
so
interesting to say.
those are the things that you do to make your life very easy in business.
There's those challenges where people say, well, you need a business plan, and then yet you then sit back and then you listen to sometimes many successful business people, and then they say, well, and they are the people that give well, it may be conflicting messages, but they will say to you, well, I didn't have a business plan, but I knew what I want, or I knew the direction, the focus on where I want to go.
I'll tell you what,
do you think that's in itself, for somebody that's starting up in a small business, do you think, don't you think that's a conflicting message?
It's conflicting, but the general advice is have a business plan.
Right. So you need the foundation.
Because it's like following your map.
Okay.
So we're not saying the business plan is fixed. You cannot adjust it.
Okay.
We're saying have it. Because when you face problems in business, you can go back to your business plan and say, okay, I said at this time I'll be doing this.
Yeah.
But I'm not doing it. Why am I not doing this?
Right.
That's the purpose of the business plan.
Okay.
It tells you what your vision is.
Okay.
So if at some point you're confused, you're lost, you don't know what to do, you will go back to your business plan and say, okay, my vision was to provide milk for every Sierra Leonean at a cheaper cost. And that's my vision. But imagine you're very stressed. How are you going to remember that offered? You're not going to remember that offered, right? So, you know, the business plan. But another reason why...
you know, I George, I find myself quite a lot in that particular field where you said, because one of my challenges whenever I try to do a SWOT analysis of myself is the fact that, I'm a think tank.
Okay.
It's been part of my life for as far as I was sensible enough to growing up that I am just a thinker.
Okay.
But I have this scattergun approach. And those people around me will always say, little write things down, or Wahab, whatever they want to call me by my name or by my associate pet name. You understand? Write things down. I am one person, not that I hate writing things down, I don't like to write things down because I feel I retain it. But then again, it comes 48 hours or even 24 hours later, a brilliant initiative or brilliant idea, I've lost it. And then I'll be rattling myself, I'm thinking, rah! But then I find a solution. I don't go back and find the same thing. I find another option. I'm thinking, okay, wow, yeah, this is another idea. Where would you place somebody like myself from a small business starter?
Right. So, like I was saying, business plan is very important, right? But as a general rule, it's very...
But just can we use camera 2 so that we can get a better angle, please?
Yeah, as a general rule,
Producer, can we use camera 2, please? So we can have a better angle of myself and George.
Yeah, as a general rule, it's very good to write things down because as you know, this world is a very busy, very busy place.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you might be driving, you get this flash of idea. You might be eating or playing with the kids, and you have this flash of idea. You need to write it down, But focus is important as well, because a lot of ideas in a particular thing might just take away your focus. So, what I would say as a small business person, have a business plan. Try as best to follow your business plan, but also try and adapt. So the question you asked earlier was, as a small business person, how would you cope? Well, maybe you should think about getting someone to help you, because another thing which I was going to talk about when you said people say it's not worth it to have your own business because you put too many hours. And that is a key to why a lot of businesses don't grow. And in our Sierra Leonean community, it's very interesting to see that we don't have any chain, or well, probably, I don't know everything, so I wouldn't say we don't have any chain, but we have few chains, let me say. Like businesses which have branches. Here and in Sierra Leone. It's very interesting why we don't have that.
No, but I can challenge you that we don't. I don't know of any.
Okay. I don't want to pretend as if I know everything.
You show me a DJ Little Perfect Fried Chicken in England. Show me a DJ Little Perfect Fried Chicken in Sierra Leone, which is owned by the CEO DJ Little. I don't know of any.
So you see, so that's one of our problems. So what the researchers say is that we overgrow our businesses. So we start a business, right? And at the start of the business, we might be able to do everything. We might be able to do a bit of marketing here, a bit of accounting work here, a bit of work there and there and there. But it comes to a time when we can't do that anymore.
No.
We would have to get experts to do other things so that we can focus on our passion. So let's say you are DJ Little, right? Your passion is giving the best entertainment in music. But if you have got to worry about accounting and marketing and fixing equipment and all that, if you got to worry about all of that, then what time have you got for your passion? You understand?
I become a rubbish DJ.
Exactly. So, and that's why you see the businesses that we have, they don't go anywhere, because we kind of like we so focus on the cost, right? Yes, it's some of these things are very expensive, but if you pay for them, you can hold someone to account that, okay, I paid you for marketing, but I'm not getting results. Why am I not getting results?
Indeed.
I mean, we walk into McDonald's and walk into KFC and we walk into PC World and we walk into all this big, and we say, wow, they're beautiful.
You can return to Camera One again, please.
You understand? And we say, wow, they're beautiful. Like, they're doing well. Oh my God, did you see the innovation? Did you see how their customer service? But these people pay people to bring these innovations. And then they focus on other things.
See, that's interesting point that you're talking about, and that shows the psychology. Because I was going to ask the question I was going to ask, like you're already answering it, is what would a psychologist like yourself, a business psychologist, say to somebody who wants to start a business? And you've kind of answered that. We're moving into that, but I would now say to you, how can you understand the psychology of somebody that's starting up? How would you say to me? So if I was to come and meet you and said, hello, Mr. Macauley, my name is Abdul Wahab Sisai. I've run a localized business for the last 10-15 years, and but now I feel I want to drive my business into not only a passion, to turn it into a profit-making industry. But I want to understand. I want you to help me understand the psychology of my business. I'm not talking to you about investment. I'm talking to you about how can I understand the psychology, because maybe that's where I'm missing wrong. That's why I'm not getting investors to come in. So what kind of advice would you be giving to me?
So it's gonna be very difficult to give you an advice there and then.
Mm-hmm.
So what we normally do, we will investigate the business.
Okay.
So we would, come in and have a look at the business. So we're mainly concerned with people.
Mm-hmm.
So like you said, the money side of it, we'll leave that with you.
Okay.
We will just focus on the people.
Mm-hmm.
And we believe that it's the people that makes the business the best.
Right.
So, you know the saying that say you pay for what you have.
Yeah.
You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
Basically.
Yeah.
So, if you pay for good people, you get good people. If you pay for not good people, you get not good people. So if you come to me, so we will look at your business and see who you employed and see what level of training they've got, see what areas they need to improve on, and then we will advise you from there. But obviously if you're a sole trader, we would want to know, what's your background? We would want to know, also how much you know about the business you're doing.
Okay.
Because it's very important to know about the business.
That's interesting.
So when I was running the restaurant, I can say to the chef, please go home.
Oh wow. Because you can walk into the
Because
kitchen.
I can cook.
Okay.
I can walk into the kitchen and I can cook.
So if you think like you looked at the front, say okay, things are not kicking off too well, and then you want to save that man-hour shift, you can say go home on that case, or if you think they're not performing.
No. If so, people have got bad days.
Yeah.
So if they're having a bad day or they're ill,
okay,
I can ask them to go home. Okay. But if I feel they're not performing, I can say go home.
Because you can run the kitchen.
Because I can run the kitchen.
Interesting.
Right? So, people start businesses that they don't know much about, but the advice would be start a business which you have knowledge about.
Right. So you take on a business which you have knowledge about. It's interesting that you said about what you said about understanding the business, understanding the psychology, knowing the type of business you're going into.
Yes,
which
it's very important. It's very important because
do you think the larger part of and obviously for the benefit of our target audience, which is largely, even though we've got non-Salonian audience as well, but which is largely Salonian, do you think many Salonian business people, whether it be small business or big business people, or in whatever there's, whether in restaurants, in clothing, whatever, go into this with very little knowledge about the business which they're undertaking, or they go into it based on interest first? Oh, I like food, or I like catering, or I like fashion. You understand? Do you think they don't fully grasp their market?
So you come into where, because we started this conversation about businesses struggling, people doing like more hours in their businesses, right? So that's one of the reasons. You could have a passion, but you still need knowledge. You still really need knowledge.
So what would you say as a psychologist to somebody? Would you be telling them after because you talked about coming in and coming to study the business?
Yeah.
Because you're coming in there to study. What would you say based on your findings, based on the data which you've put together, and then you've now come to sit down with the individual and said, what would you be saying to them? Say, well, I've reviewed your business. We've spent time together for the last fortnight. If you feel that there is a potential there, what would you be saying to them?
Well, the decision would be theirs in the first place.
Yeah, but it's interesting to know what would. I'm interested to know what would you be saying.
So what I would be saying to them. So maybe I would have seen that their staff need training.
Okay.
Because, I mean, there's no long and short of it. The people who work for you are responsible to grow your business. I mean, if you have untrained staff, if you have unhappy staff, if you have people who are not motivated, your business is not going anywhere. The same way if you are not motivated, if you got less knowledge. So those are the things that I'll be saying to you. If I find out that you got less knowledge, I would point you to places where you can get knowledge. If you need training, I can point you to places where you can get training. But also, if you can pay me, I can design a training for you.
Interesting.
Because I can design training as well. So I can come into a business and look at it and design their own training.
Okay, so that journey would be, say for example, would that be a 3-month package, a 6-month package, or based on your review? That could vary.
Yeah, we wouldn't put time to it.
All right.
So basically, we would charge based on the work we have to do.
Okay.
Yeah, but yeah, it's a small business, so obviously we would have to consider the environment in which we are working.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you
think I do free things for people as well.
Okay. Do you think many of our businesses should be thinking about bringing somebody like yourself, business psychologist, rather than, because I think we're very brutal to say, you know what, now I don't start to wait here I want right now. I need somebody for can invest in my business, and then likely somebody can come in and give me 5 grand or 10 grand, and then that money could be wasted in less than 6 months because I don't understand the psychology of my business. Do you think the focus should be on me trying to get somebody like you to understand my business first before I even take the next step of investment? Don't you think?
Absolutely. I
businesses
mean,
are taking the wrong approach.
You need to attract an investor. You need to make your business very attractive.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, there's nobody there that has got money to throw around just like that without asking proper questions or without taking a look at your business. So yeah, it's very important for you to get things in place. I mean, obviously, we would come in to like give you advice and help you solve problems. Especially problems with your workforce, but also general problems that you face day to day, because business psychologists manage change as well. So we would give you those advice, but also you need to look at other areas of your business. I mean, a lot of businesses are underperforming because in the area of marketing, they don't explore and exploit the marketing tools that are available. You know, even with your finances, your bookwork, you know, there's experts for that. So what I was saying earlier, you know, our indigenous businesses, we tend to focus on costs rather than the benefits of the costs.
True.
So
it's absolutely true. This is amazing.
For example,
people, just 1 second, my boss. Right, let's go back to we're having a lot of engagement that's coming up. We got brother Ibrahim Askia Ibrahim One, who's a young lawyer and is doing an amazing job. Saying great conversation. Mr. Brown Aziz, Dr. Brown Aziz actually, because he's a doctor, says well done, bro. You nail it on the head. Anything you want to do in life, you need to have passion. The end result determine the end goal. Alisa has been a great contributor to tonight's program. She says business is good if you know how to take some good advices from experienced people. He says the way the world is going now, I think business is the way forward.
Absolutely.
And I'm not, as a business psychologist, you're not going to disagree with I. And then Alisa added and said, I can understand where some people keep their ideas, why some people keep their ideas to themselves, because some people, when you ask for advice in business, they stole your ideas straight away and left you standing. Bad habits in some of our communities. And then just one more comment from Brian as he says, I have an MBA in business from Aberdeen University. How do you deal with budget, asset, labor to make it in business? I'm not sure whether that's something that you want to answer here, or are you
the first comment.
You want to go to Alisa?
The one that says people steal ideas.
Yeah, that's
but
Alisa.
If you use professionals, they won't do that because they're bound by charters and stuff. So you can report them.
Yeah.
So someone like me, you can report me to the Association of Business Psychology.
Well, if you go to UPAD, James
or BPS.
Yes.
You understand?
Yeah.
So if an accountant steal your idea or mess your books up or cause you some financial loss, you could go to the Institute of Chartered Accountants and report them. And they got insurances that covers them that can pay you. So that's why you use professionals. You don't use your friends for advice. You use professionals because professionals have got insurance that cover them for the advice that they give.
Right.
So if you go to a professional, they give you an advice and it's the wrong advice, right? Not if they give you the right advice but you take the wrong action, but if they give you the wrong advice and you take the action and it costs you business, you would be able to take action. So don't ask your friends, or don't ask the person you saw down the road who was talking business and you think, oh yeah, they know about business. Let me ask their advice. Of course they're gonna steal your idea. I mean, we face those challenges, especially back in Sierra Leone. You can't have a project.
Do you think there's a market, there is a business for you within the Sierra Leone community?
I think so, but what we do is very abstract. So it's not something that you can just grab like this. I'll have to explain it.
I was going to say,
I will have
because
to
I was going to say
to
you. My next question will be, how would you convince somebody to buy your service?
I know, it's very abstract. It's very big in America. Right. They call it industrial psychology.
Okay.
It's new in the UK.
Okay.
So if it's new in the UK, then it's very novel in Sierra Leone, in the Sierra Leone community.
Well, would they can't pay this man for can't tell me what you already said.
One of
somebody will say that to you, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah. I've heard that especially in the area of coaching, though.
Yeah, okay.
In the area of coaching, because that's one of the things which I'm passionate about. Coaching people. When you tell people about coaching, they say, what are you going to coach me about?
Yeah.
I know.
You know what? I don't want this business.
Exactly.
22 years.
Exactly.
But you're still stuck in the same place.
What they don't understand about coaching is I don't know. In fact, I can coach someone who, say, if you're a DJ, I can coach you and I don't know a thing about DJ.
Indeed.
But I just help you set goals and help you manage your goals to get to your destination. So let's say you want to play 200 shows this year.
Yeah.
I just work with you to get you to play 200 shows this year.
Oh, brilliant.
Yeah, I just work with you to get you to play.
I've got a young 19-year-old monkey that I seen like he's probably the best thing since sliced bread that has come out of the Sierra Leonean community.
Okay.
But I think he's in the wrong. His target market is wrong.
Okay.
Basically, he's so great that but at the minute, many DJs, many people are trying to get him to just focus on just DJing within the Sierra Leone community. And whenever he's there, he's well ahead of his league, including those of us who brought him into the industry.
Yeah.
Whilst we were happy for him to come in as an introduction, we're now seeing if you stay here, complacency is going to be your biggest enemy. And unless you go out there and put yourself in the big league and challenge yourself, how would you, as a professional business psychologist and as a coaching expert, how would you coach somebody like that to A, believe in themselves and in their talent, B, to make sure that they get the right market?
So you can't coach someone if they don't want to be coached. So firstly, they've got to be willing to, so they've got to come to you. So I'll tell you about my service, but you've got to come to me. So you're talking about this DJ person. There was this guy, I've forgotten his name. I've had him sung a few times, and he's very good. And I said to him, look, you are singing to the wrong crowd. Right? And you've got talent, and you could be somewhere in the shortest possible time.
Yeah.
And I said, call me. He never called me. I've got his number, but I didn't call him back.
Yeah.
because he's got to want me to help him to get to his destination.
Yeah.
So the person that you're talking about, they're gonna wanna hit the sky.
Right.
You know,
for you to provide the ladder.
If they don't wanna hit the sky, there's no point.
There's no point in giving them the ladder.
So if you telling them you're singing to the wrong crowd and they feel they're singing to the right crowd, there's nothing else you can do. They're gonna want you to help them. So firstly, they're gonna have to come and be willing to be coached, and then we can work, because it's a collaborative thing. It's not I know and you don't know. In fact, it's you know, I'm trying to know what you know, so that you can get to where you want to get. That's basically what it is. And most of the time, we have solutions, but we don't know it because we're so busy with other things, and we're not able to kind of see the big picture. But when you're working with someone and they provide the environment, then you kind of get the insight.
Interesting. Well, listen, people, we've got the man himself here. Geoge Macauley is here with us, and he's definitely MSc in business psychology, and I am learning so much. But it's not about me tonight, it's about him. He's going to start his own brand new show, which is called what do you call it?
It's About Time.
It's About Time.
Yeah.
It's About Time. And we're going to talk about It's About Time very shortly. But I just want to remind you people, we've got a very exciting news on Diaspora Voices. That's right. On Thursday, the 19th of this month, which is March, we're having an exclusive interview with independent former minister of the Conservative Party, no longer is now an independent candidate running for the mayoral election in 2020 in May, if it's going to go ahead, if Corona don't stop it, because Corona is stopping everything at the minute. Corona is stopping football, Corona is stopping rugby, Corona is stopping sex. Is it?
I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know. It's watershed time, so I can afford to say that. Do you know what I mean? Just in case, you know what I mean? You have to decontaminate everything. Everything has to be decontaminated for Corona. so Corona is stopping everything, but Corona is not going to stop this man from coming into the studio, because the man himself, Rory Stewart, independent mayoral candidate for the May election in 2020, will be coming to Diaspora Voices on the 19th of March. And guess what? I will be hosting that show, but we are not going to have a Rory Stewart in the studio. We have booked a space because we want an audience. So we want your participation to be live in the studio. So we're taking Diaspora Voices on the road. And so we would like everybody to be a guest. We are looking for as many people as we can. There is no entrance fee to pay. It's a free entrance fee. It's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. That's right. It's from 4 p.m. to 8 p.m. Please try and be there before 5 o'clock, because the show kicks off at 5 o'clock. And you know, with man time, not to black man time. So please, he will be there for 5 p.m. So they encourage, the reason why we said 4 p.m., we open the domot for we don't come in before 5 p.m. because he comes in at 5 p.m. He's going to give us at least an hour's worth of interview. So I encourage Mr. Elenian brothers and the African diaspora, because he's very, very keen on meeting the African diaspora. And he's got many issues he wants to come and address about community cohesion, homelessness in the community, gang-related crimes, and youth unemployment. So also the door is open to younger people. Parents them, if you get a young 18-year-old or children in school living age, please encourage them. It's a free event. It's 4 o'clock in the evening till 8 o'clock. We will be done by 7 o'clock, and then maybe some networking will take place. It's not a party, it's not a dancing, it's just taking Diaspora Voices show, which is a very special salon talk show on the road. And so you are all encouraged to be there. The venue is going to be at Crawford Tenant Hall, which is in Cold Double Lane. A lot of you know it already. which, if you know, we commonly they call him Abu Black in all. We all know who Abu Black is, and within the community. So if you know where Abu Black in all is located, close to King's College Hospital, you would know. So you are all invited. If you want to be part of a panel list, because we're going to have, before Rory comes, we will have a short panel list where we're going to talk about just other community related issues. I might even bring in George if he's around, just to be there, and then you might have a 15 minutes of George's insight on business psychology, just to build up and to warm up before Rory comes in. You know, if we have a strong audience before 5 o'clock, so maybe by 4:30 we will start the sitting process. We'll do the warm up, and the event is going to be streamed live. So please just contact myself, Aisata Sise Jalo, Pastor Ibrahim Bangura, or any of the Diaspora Voices and presenters, DJ Ish, Inside Salone, Salone Today, Mr. Weber, Grace Kamara, Pastor Tala, the young presenters, Oliver Toka, Mariko Oma. Just contact these people, all on Diaspora Voices. They will be putting you through. So it's a Diaspora Voices exclusive program. We're hosting the independent mayoral candidate, Rory Stewart, and also on a part of the panelists will be his policing advisor, who's also Jerry Campbell, is going to be in the studio. So please, this opportunity has been given to us, not just because of me as DJ Little. This opportunity has been presented to us as a Sierra Leonean community to have such an exclusive. We need to embrace this sort of thing. Don't look at me and say, well, why not DJ Little? It doesn't matter. It's a win-win formula for us as a Sierra Leonean community. He's not chosen the Somalian, he's not chosen the Nigerian, he's not chosen the Ghanaian, he's not chosen the Jamaican, he's chosen a Sierra Leonean platform. And we have to embrace this sort of thing and support each other. So please, I'm calling you, I'm employing you guys. It's a free event. All you have to do is be there on time. You understand? So I'm just going to get George to just talk on that. What do you think? I know, well, it's in a business way, you understand? When an opportunity like this arises, what are the psychological impacts to get somebody to be part of, and not saying, well, why not Little in platform a peak?
I think the Sierra Leonean community, I think it's, you know, like we did talk before, you know, there's a lot to know about the Sierra Leonean community. I think it's just that individuality kind of, you know, idea where we, you know, kind of don't adopt. I think we just need to think about we all as one Sierra Leonean. You know, it's just that mindset we just need to create, that we're all just one. You know, it's not about nobody's name. You know, it's about just enriching our community. Because, you know, we don't come off from a very long history of, you know, I mean, when you look at Africans, you know, especially West Africans, you know, you would say, you know, as Sierra Leoneans, we are a little bit, you know, behind on most things.
Absolutely, yes.
And the passion for the country, for you know, get that outward mindset, for look at things outwardly as, you know, it's not me. So think about this situation as bigger than yourself, you know, or myself. You know, the issues of Sierra Leone, the things that we want to address, the things that the mayoral candidate can think about it as situation that is bigger than you, not, you know, limited to you. And I think that's the mindset we need to get in the Sierra Leonean community. Just get that mindset that it's about a community. It's not about Geoge Macauley. It's not about DJ Little. It's not. So we just need to change that individual mindset. You know, that getting that individual fame, because that's not going to take us.
It's not going to take us anywhere. Thank you for that. Well, listen, we've got just about 10 minutes to go. Let's talk about.
It's about time.
It's about time. See, I'm giving you the opportunity to introduce your own show.
It's about time.
So let's talk about It's About Time.
It's About Time is a show for help. It's mainly focused on Sierra Leone. So we can use, the things where they gain from the show for personal use.
Yeah.
But basically, the show is born out of the passion for Get Sierra Leone for change.
Okay.
So, as we all know, we've been preaching change of mindset, for a very long time in Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
I mean, and for some reason, Sierra Leone is not changing.
So it's about time. Is it a political show?
No.
Okay.
In fact,
so I just wanted to get that very clear.
In fact, on the show, the moment you mention the name of a party, you're going
political
off
party.
You're going off the show straight away.
All right.
We're not even having a conversation about it.
Okay.
We're not even going to give you a warning or a chance to continue. The moment you mention, that's why we're going to state it clearly at the start of the show that this is not a political show. We're not blaming no political party. We're not blaming nobody. It's a self-help show for we, the grassroots, for change the way we do things. So the show is born out of this passion that we've been talking about changing Sierra Leone for a very long time.
Yeah.
But we don't seem to be changing.
Yeah.
And the reason why is because we're talking about change.
Okay. So is this where you get the saying, the catchphrase saying, walk the walk, talk the talk?
Yes, walk the walk and talk the talk and walk the walk.
Talk the talk and walk the walk.
Because you cannot change by talking about change. You can only change by doing change. So we don't develop certain cultures in Sierra Leone where over a long period of time, because of the things that we don't go through in Sierra Leone, there's certain things that we don't become so crystallized, so entrenched, so concrete within our country. So in Sierra Leone and in the diaspora as well, we've got certain things that we don't become culture. I'll tell you one thing, we don't become culture. When somebody offend you, before you talk, you begin course. You understand?
Yeah.
That's one thing which has become a culture.
Literally, yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
I mean, you've offended me. I could just come to you and say, you know what, DJ Little, that thing we do, I don't like.
Yeah.
I'll prefer do. It's the way I talk to you.
Yes.
Right? So that's one of the cultures which we've developed over a period of time.
Yeah.
Where we're not able to talk about issues anymore.
Yeah. We just
somebody step on you, I want to step on you straight away.
Yeah.
So talking the talk and walking the walk is just about talk about change, but also doing the change, practicing it. Practice makes perfect.
So how often would It's About Time be on air for now?
So it's gonna be every Sunday.
Okay.
From 7 p.m. to 8:20.
Yes.
Yes, every Sunday. Yeah.
Every Sunday. So would it be? Would you be looking at having guests?
Yeah.
In the
So
studio? And would it be
we'll
a
try to
show or is it just going to be you just talking directly and then hoping getting engagement, or would the phone lines be opening? And I know
So we go try most times for get guests.
Okay.
Also we go try look for people that we don't make change in their lives.
Okay.
We go, I
kind of like this idea.
We.
I'm really liking this idea. So it's not political.
It's not political.
But yet still it's identifying a change program.
You know what? Even if we got a political...
Is it like this, like a brand Sierra Leone kind of thing?
Yes. So even if we got a political person who has made a change, as long as they're not coming to project their party on the show.
Right.
You understand?
As
long as they're not coming to project their party on the show.
Yeah.
What we're projecting is change. People who have made changes.
I can remember back in the days when Tony Blair just came in, where he tried to enroll like a UK brand, like sort of like the brand in the UK, the philosophy, the mindset of the British people.
Yeah. So that's basically the idea of the show. So
I'm liking it. I'm getting excited. I'm really getting excited. Yeah. I'll be looking for. So what should people look forward to on the debut program of It's About Time?
Yeah.
How are you gonna get people buzzing and people are gonna like get engaged in that first 1 hour 20 minutes that they're gonna have you here?
So the topic we're gonna deal with on that day is criticism.
Okay.
All right. So because that's one of the things which we find difficult in the Sierra Leone
Well,
community.
you can't criticize me.
We don't like to be criticized.
Yeah.
So the way we want the show for go is that I don't know it all.
Yeah.
In fact, I'm going to be learning on the show as well.
Okay.
Right? I'm going to be learning on the show. So we're going to engage everyone.
Okay.
And we're going to talk about the topic. And then we're going to find ways as Sierra Leonean. So I am very
So it's an engagement program.
It's an engagement program.
You're going to need the audience.
The audience.
Your audience.
Yes.
They're going to make the show.
So, yeah.
So you set the theme.
Yeah.
The show starts off by kicking. Okay.
We
What's your problem, Little?
Yeah.
You understand? So
Yeah.
I tell you our problem. Blah blah blah.
And I'm going to be criticized on the show as well.
Right.
Because at the end of the show, I'm going to ask people to criticize me.
Right.
What I did well
brilliant.
and what I didn't do well.
Listen, people, this is exciting.
You understand?
I think this is exciting. I don't know. I'm not sure about you guys, but I'm looking forward to this on the 22nd, and I think you're going to see the flyers are going to be coming out there. And do you want to tell people about your social media page? Okay, because
yes.
I know you've developed a social media page.
Yeah.
If people want to have any topic of discussion, they want to engage with you.
Yeah.
How can they get in touch with you?
Before I get onto that, so basically, so that's what the show is gonna. You see, because what we observe about the Sierra Leone problem, is the fact that we don't have tailor-made solutions to the problems in Sierra Leone.
Indeed,
we've got so many imported solutions.
Yeah.
Which do not take into
Ask
account.
me, I'm in the music industry for 25 years.
It doesn't take into account our culture.
True.
You see,
True.
a lot of people don't understand the Sierra Leonean. And a lot of people are not making the effort to understand the Sierra Leone.
That's a very big statement, George.
And
a lot of people are going to take you to task.
That's why our country is not changing.
A lot of people are going to take you to task to that.
You know what? When you look at researches, you type Sierra Leone, there's not so much scientific information about Sierra Leone.
Yeah.
You would see lots about Uganda, Nigeria, the Gambia. Yeah. But when you look at Sierra Leone, there's a fraction. So what I am very interested in is talking to us all, including me, and we look for an approach to a particular problem. So, criticism.
So, good topic to start off with. Yeah.
Right? Well, because, if you want to grow in life, you've got to be ready.
That could be led. That could be politically led. Because somebody can come here and stand, and I know you've said it, that the phone line will go down. Because somebody will call on like, yes, what do you call it? Brother George, now two they talk because then people are where they want the government now, blah 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 blah. Now so where will be then our power? What would you choose if somebody comes on the phone to you and then start talking straight away and they don't agree? What kind of will begin the guys comment on Facebook? So you got other people.
We would stop that because there is another show or there is shows in other places for that. But we are focusing on us Sierra Leonean. We the people we want to change the things which we can change. I'll give you an example. I was in Sierra Leone in February, right? And somebody was sweeping from a tall building, right? They were sweeping and they were throwing the dust in the air.
That's not funny.
So I asked myself, what has the government got to do with that?
That is so terrible.
Has the government got anything to do with that? It's your common sense. Yeah. That you're sweeping dust in the air and people are gonna fall ill. So that's what I'm targeting. Those behaviors.
I saw that in 19.
We could change. You see, let me tell you something. If we change, the people in government are gonna be so scared of us.
Yeah.
Because they know when they sit next to you to talk, they know you yourself have made some changes here.
Yeah.
Right? So let's just create this scenario. In Sierra Leone, where we, the grassroots people, we've decided that bribery is not for us. We're not taking bribe. we not giving bribe.
Indeed.
You understand?
Yeah.
Let's take that scenario where 3/4 of Sierra Leonean population have agreed that we not taking bribes, right? Tell me. So the other ones who want to take a bribe, what do you think? Do you think they would find it easy to interact with us?
No, they won't.
They won't find it.
But listen, let's just give your social media access to your social media.
So yes,
run out of time now.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So because we can spend days because it's something that I'm passionate. So yeah, you can find me on Facebook. So we've got a page on Facebook which we call It's About Time.
Okay.
But this is part of a wider project as well,
Yeah.
which we call Sierra Leone Belongs to All of Us.
Right.
So that's an organization which we're building at the moment.
Okay.
It's a psychological organization which we're working to change the mindset of people.
Yeah.
So if you go on Facebook, you will find Sierra Leone Belongs to All of Us as well.
Right.
But also you can contact me on WhatsApp on 07474937821 if you want to have a conversation. So it's 07474937821 if you want to have a conversation.
Yeah. George, it's been fantastic.
Thank you.
It's been great having you here. I'm looking forward to seeing you on the 22nd of March and with your debut program, It's About Time, and then the topic which is criticism. I'm fascinated. I'm hoping to be here not only as a producer but also to be here as a guest as well, audience, listening to how that show is going to pan out. I just want to say thank you to everybody that's engaged in the program so far. It's been a brilliant program. Everybody, Gilead, Alisa, Ola Brown Aziz, everybody that commented on the program, your comments with Jayman Saleh, Aissata Sise, Nim Conte, all the people that have submitted your program, your comments to make the program engaging. Thank you so much. I know two of you are a bit too shy to call, but still your engagement has been fulfilled. Just want to tell you about some exciting things. As I said to you, Roy Stewart is coming to Diaspora Voices on Thursday the 19th of March, and we are going to be in Crawford Tenants Hall from 4 p.m. until 8 p.m. Please come before 5 p.m. because the program starts at 5 p.m. We will have some couple of warm-up topics of discussion from some of the Diaspora Voices presenters, and we are supported by Sierra Gem Media. I want to say thank you to my big brothers T-Boy and Femi Pama of Sierra Gem Media for their great support that they're going to be providing to us as well, for making this show happening. I want to also say thank you to Mr. Abu Black Kamara for making this happen, for providing the promise for us. Also, a massive thank you to Alima to Demonikene for facilitating this meeting with Rory Stewart. So we're very, very grateful to you, Alima to Demonikene. And I want to say massive thank you to our producers as well. Just before I leave you, don't forget myself and my younger brother, DJ Ish. We have now released the 10 benefits of regular exercise. That's out there. We've got the digital flyer out. We've got the print flyer out, which we're going to be leaving at all various Sierra Leonean and non-Sierra Leonean platforms as well. Pick it up. It tells you about the 10 benefits of regular exercise, which for myself, I've just embraced since August last year. And my brother, as you know, has been doing it for the last 6 years. And also a massive thank you going out to my walking community family, Aisatu Junior Lako, Nene Sisi, Askia Ibrahim Wan, Aminata H. Sharif, Awa Lorenzo, and all of you guys that are part of the walking community. We want to say thank you to you guys as well. And also thank you to my Sierra Leonean park run team. I have to recognize you guys for continuously working so hard. The park run team, which is the Countdown park run team, I want to say thank you to you guys as well. DJ Ish, Abdul Rahman, Abdul Sanko, Cherno, Asanatu, Aissata Sise, again, Loya Kaba, Magdalene, Nim Conte, Yata Vamba, Kone. We want to say thank you to all of you guys. Umu as well. Thank you to all of you guys. The Countdown. And also, if you want to join us every Saturday, Mama Sanko. Oh, she's going to kill me if I didn't call her name. Mami San, thank you very much as well. And then also, if you want to join us every Saturday morning, come to Burgess Park. before 9 o'clock. That's 8:45. You have to be in Burgess Park. But first of all, before you do that, go to parkrun.org.uk, register, sign up, and then you start to run with us every Saturday. Refreshments are going to start being provided. So thank you. Don't forget, this Saturday is all about females in Sierra Leone coming up, and it's going to be at Blanchetown Community Hall with Nim Conte as the UK ambassador for females in Sierra Leone. And the event starts at 3 p.m. Make sure you're there, and it's going to be running up till 10 p.m. That's females in Sierra Leone, and come and support. And there are so many other events coming up, but we're doing it one week after the other. So if I'm not mentioned on our event this week, it not means I didn't mention. When your event come next week, I will mention you next week. Okay? Please stay safe. Feel free. Thank you again, once again, to brother Geoge Macauley.
Thank you.
I appreciate you. Thank you to my producer, DJ Mixmaster K, for an amazing job tonight. Stay blessed. Till next time, I will see you next week Monday for another Salone Talk edition, where I'm going to be having Miss Sierra Leone UK is going to be in the building 2018. That's Christine Fury will be here in the studio with me. So please join us. Stay safe. God bless you. In the words of Agnes Pratt, Queen of Social Media, land that we love, our Sierra Leone. Peace.
The dreams come slow and they go so fast. See how when you close your eyes, maybe one day you'll understand why everything you touch surely die. Oh, cause you only need the light when it's burning low. Only hate the road when you're missing home. Only know you love her when you let her go.
Y'all beautiful. Yeah, Mr. Royal. Geoge in bracket. Sierra Leone. Coina on the beat. London. Baby, let's have some fun tonight. I wanna take you for a ride. I hope you understand me. I wanna give you all my loving. Know you beautiful, right? You sexy, pretty. Are you killing me? You so special, you so wonderful, so nice and pretty, incredible. From SL to UK, girl, I wanna make you feel okay. I wanna give you all my loving, baby, all my touching, my heart desire. I go love you every day, no go tire, hey, no go tire, hey, no go tire. You got the fire. I want to hammer. Know you beautiful, right? You sexy, pretty. Something manya, something wire. Go shawty. Today is a lucky day. Go shawty. Every day is an holiday. Baby, break it down. My heart desire. I go love you every day, no go tire. Hey, no go tire. Hey, no go tire. You got the fire. I want to hammer.
The changes continue. The innovations continue. As Female in Sierra Leone, United Kingdom and Ireland branch presents Launching and Remembrance Day on Saturday, 14th March 2020 from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Denmark Hill Community Centre, Blanchdown, London, SE5 8HL. This auspicious event will honor and remember rebel war victims, Ebola victims, victims of flooding, mudslide victims, victims of violence, and victims of knife crime. So, do come and be part of a worthy cause. The Female in Sierra Leone UK Launching and Remembrance Day, Saturday 14th March 2020 from 2 p.m. to 10 p.m. at the Denmark Hill Community Centre, Blanchdown, London, SE5 8HL. Female in Sierra Leone, United Kingdom and Ireland branch. Indeed, Sierra Leone will rise again.